afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. And guys, we're going to review a Class A today, believe it or not, and a nice one to boot. This is a 2017 Fleetwood Bounder 33C. Of course, for those of you that don't know, the Fleetwood Bounder, best-selling motorhome of all time. You're talking about a series that has been around for decades. These things are pretty much top of the line in a gas motorhome. And this is the smallest one they built in 17. It's only 34 feet 3 inches long. It has 2 slides, including a huge one on the passenger's or the driver's side. Built on a heavy-duty Ford F53 chassis. It does have the 6.3 liter Triton V10 or 6.8 liter Triton V10, 22.5 inch tires and wheels. 320 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. Can tow 5,000 pounds. Got a 5,500 Onan gasoline generator running right now. And this unit's only got 21,000 miles. A heck of a bargain, guys. A little bit later model than I normally carry. But for when I was able to buy this thing for what I can sell it for, I'm gonna pop the NADA up, and notice I didn't add for any options. I just adjusted for the miles. It's over $100,000 book value. I got it for $89,500. Let me flash that up real quick. And you can see I got a heck of a price with only 21,000 miles. Doesn't need tires, got Michelin tires, got the leveling jacks, 4-stage full body paint, not the HD Max. This is a beautiful motorhome, guys. $100-gallon fresh water tank, so if you want a boondock, you can do it. I don't think I'll be able to squeeze between the fence and the slide out, but you got a nice deep slide right here. I mean, perfect shine to it. I mean, this is a nice motorhome. Generator purring like a kitten. You know, and it's the smallest Bounder you can buy in 2017, and you know, it feels like a lot bigger motorhome than you're actually getting lengthwise, but it's only 34 feet long, and that's, you know, that's relatively small, medium small compared to most Class A's that I film and review. You do have a power awning, slide toppers on both your slide outs. Got a good looking interior. You've got an outside television with speakers out here, right here, of course. Got your stereo speakers and TV. Power steps work great. No check engine lights. Dash air is ice cold. No smoke or pet odors in this motorhome. Not a lot of carpet in here. This may be factory, I don't know. If it's not factory, they did a great job installing the different floor, but there is no carpet in the main walkway. It's kind of a laminate style. It's not linoleum, but it's more a laminate style floor. It looks great. I think it is factory, come to think of it. Memory serves me. Mileage, 21,214 miles. Backup camera works great. Got a touchscreen stereo. 21,214. Dash air nice and cold. Dash looks great. Both front seats swivel for party seating and use them like recliners. Very, very nice. You know, this is back in 17. This guy was either right around $170,000. So it's not an entry-level Class A gas by no means. This is definitely a higher end Class A gas, and I got it for $89,500. So almost half price of what it was brand new with 21,000 miles. Can't really go wrong, guys. You really can't. I mean, you saw the NADA. Still got a retail book for over $103,000. I got it for under $90,000. Table booth makes a bed. You do have the Corian tabletop, Corian countertops. You do have the push button lighting for the entire inside. You do have the 7-foot tall ceiling. On the interior height, you've got dual 13,500 BTU ducted roof airs, blowing icicles right now. I do have generator running, but I mean, I also got it plugged into power too. So it also has the optional 2,000 watt inverter to go with your full-size residential refrigerator so that you can power the refrigerator while you're driving down the road without running the generator if you don't want to for some reason. Say it's not very hot out, you really don't need AC back here, but you want your fridge cold, just flip that inverter on with the motor running and it will provide the AC power, the electrical power to run your refrigerator. Of course, you don't want to let that inverter run a long time once you get parked and you cut your motor off, because it will drain your battery pretty fast. That's pretty much to be used when you're driving down the road and your alternator is putting charge to your batteries. Corian countertops look great. All the sink covers are here, stovetop covers are here, no cracks. Got the decorative backsplash. It does have 2 ovens. You've got the high point, doesn't look like it's ever been used, microwave convection oven, as well as a gas oven. You've got a big refrigerator freezer that, of course I just turned it on. But you've got, this will hold a lot more food than an RV refrigerator. It will last twice as long and cost a lot less to replace if it ever goes bad. Double drawer freezer on the bottom. Notice you've got your electric fireplace, which doubles as an auxiliary electric heater, 5200 BTU, or you can just set it for the effect. You've got a television right here, directly across from some beautiful theater seating, recliners. Very, very comfortable. Overhead storage. I love the high glaze cabinets. Just has an awesome look to it overall. Bathroom is right here in the main living area. I do like the pedestal sink. That's nice. That's a nice little touch, Fleetwood. You do have a porcelain RV toilet over there in the corner, so pretty comfortable position to do your business. I'm not going to say what y'all are thinking. Skylight looks great. You know, no signs of water intrusion there. Haven't cleaned it yet. It just come in. I just parked it about 10 minutes ago, but just in 10 minutes that AC has made a huge difference in here, because it's 90 degrees today. You do have a solid sliding door here for privacy, so you can isolate the bedroom from the rest of the RV. And you've actually got I mean, especially for a 34-foot motorhome, a big bedroom, queen bed, queen island bed, of course. I love the crown molding. Colors of the cabinets are awesome too. It does have a washer and dryer combo, which is an option. I mean, it's just a small one-piece combo, but hey, it's better. You know, I'm not a big fan of these, but if you're going to be living in one, or, you know, don't mind doing very small loads of clothes, it will come in handy. Got a television up top, closets over here. You know, kind of a lot of little hidden drawer space, stuff like that. Of course, now, when the room is in, you're not going to be able to access all this right here, because your mattress is going to butt up against it. So keep that in mind. When your mattress, when your slide out is in, you're not going to be able to get to at least the bottom part of this storage. But you can get to the rest of the RV even with the main slide in, no problem. Get to your bathroom and your theater seating and your table and kitchen and all that stuff, no problem with your rooms in. Like most modern RVs, you know, you've still got full functionality when your rooms are in when you're driving down the road. And, you know, if you park somewhere, it just takes a few seconds to deploy your slide outs if you want more room, but you don't have to. But anyway, guys, this is a neat motorhome, and I know this is a little bit newer, a little bit more money than I normally advertise, but I try to carry something for everybody's budget. As much as I would love to just, you know, sell stuff for under 20 grand, under 30 grand, under 50 grand, you know, there are people that are in the market to spend $90,000 or $100,000, and I'm selling you one for about, you're buying about a $15,000 better motorhome than you're paying for with this one. So this is for those of you who this is your price range. And guys, you know, a lot of people are under the misconception that your price range is too high. That's not true. Y'all saw the NADA. Get on RV Trader, look up 17 bounder 33Cs. Try to find one for less, especially with less miles. And even though this is the lowest priced one on there and this far back of NADA, we still do an inspection on this and check your major systems. At time of sale, we guarantee all your slide outs to work. Boy, that's a comfortable recliner. We guarantee your generator to run and put out. We guarantee both air conditioners and the roof to get cold. We guarantee refrigerator, freezer to get cold. We guarantee your water systems not to leak. We check your water, including checking your water heater, water pump, make sure they work. Now, that being said, anything and everything else is sold as is, where is. And guys, y'all don't realize that most dealers on used RVs, especially ones that sell new and used, don't do any inspection on used RVs. Most of the time they'll use used RV, that's why they don't have many, as a sales tool to get you to buy new ones, because it'll come with an inspection and a warranty. A new one will. And they'll just use that for a reason to switch you over to new. Of course, you know, these guys that sell new and used, you ever notice their prices are way higher than everybody else? There's a science behind that. You know, they'll have something like this for maybe 10 grand less than a new one, so you just go ahead for, you know, I can get a brand new one for 10 grand more. So they'll have this same motorhome here for $130,000 that I've got for $89,500, because they want you to buy a new one, or if you do buy a used one, they're going to make a home run off of it. So, you know, that's how a lot of the pricing strategy is, and that's why you go to these big corporate dealerships. That's why their used prices are so much higher. Not only that, but they got a lot more overhead than we do, so they have to cover. So they have to mark it up quite a bit more. You know, from people that I know in the business, a lot of these corporate RV dealers have to mark used RVs up $10,000 just to break even. Because, you know, they got advertising costs, marketing costs, dealership costs, floor plan interest costs. I mean, stuff that we don't have as a mom and pop independent dealer. I mean, these guys spend millions of dollars a year sponsoring NASCAR races, college football bowls, NASCAR races. Guys, that takes a lot of money. That's money they have to take out, and that's extra money they have to charge whoever buys an RV from them in the form of more overhead and higher prices. It's basic economics. When a business spends this amount of money, then compared to a dealer that spends this amount of money, this dealer can charge less because they have less overhead, where this dealer has to charge more because of more overhead to cover expenses. That's why your bigger is not better in the RV business. Not only that, guys, we don't have all the high pressure sales tactics these big corporate dealers use. I just talked to some folks. In fact, they came in here as I was getting set up for this video. They just left Ripoff World up the street, and they're doing something new now. I'm not going to say their real name, but y'all can pretty much put two and two together. Apparently, they, you know, of course, they've never just let you come on the lot and look like we do here. You know, before that you'd come in, say you want to look at RVs, everything's locked up in a prison yard behind a 6-foot tall fence with lock gates and barbed wire on top. So, you know, and what they do is they put you in touch with a salesperson who sits there and interviews you or interrogates you for about 10 minutes to find out all the information they can to get you to buy. They get a copy of your driver's license, get your personal information, contact information before they even let you on the lot. And even then, they don't let you look. They take you on a golf cart and only show you 2 or 3 units that the salesperson wants you to look at based on what you told them during the interrogation. And that's a bad way of doing business, guys. I would walk out of there the second they wouldn't let me look at RVs without a salesperson. However, now, as soon as you step into the store and tell the receptionist you want to look at RVs, they won't let you go any further until you give them a copy of your driver's license and phone number and email. They won't even let you talk to a salesperson to get to the next stage, which is still an interview, what they call interrogation, before they let you look at what they want you to see. So I've had one person here already. They just started this apparently. I've already had one person here. I'm curious to see how many other people today tell me that. Because we're only 10 miles from a Ripoff World, and we get a lot of business off of them. because they make people so mad. People get sticker shock and they come here and get bargains. That's why we sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year. Part of the reason that, and then people online can compare our prices to pretty much every other 2017 33C bounder in the country, especially on like RV Trader, and see ours is by far the cheapest. That's how we sell them, guys. Low overhead, everything we own's paid for. We you know, we have a little bit of marketing costs, you know, a fraction of what the big dealers have. We don't have billboards, we don't have TV commercials and sporting events we sponsor and none of that stuff, guys. Just basically we advertise on a few websites, our website, YouTube and Google, and that's it. And from that we sell 500 to 600 used RVs a year all over the country. People travel from all over the country to buy from us. But guys, we've got some nice units here. We've got them priced right and no fees. You know, that's another thing is corporate dealers don't tell you about. The potentially thousands of dollars in fees they're going to charge you when you get ready to sign on the dotted line. They won't tell you about it in their advertising, even though they're supposed to by law. But they don't tell you about the dock fees and the prep fees and the processing fees and freight fees and happy camper fees and all that they charge on top of the higher sales price. I don't know how people buy from them. I really don't. Well, I do, because they get people fixated on payment over price. You know, people don't look at how much they're financing or what they're paying. All they care about is their monthly payment and how much they got to come out of pocket. That's where they get you. I mean, I've seen them work in person, guys. It's crazy. People just lose all logic when they find something they want to buy, and all they care about is, oh my gosh, is this going to cost me more than this amount a month? Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do is shop payment. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm going to give you advice from somebody who's been in this business 25 years. I've been a buyer, a seller. I've bought from retail lots. I've worked on them. I've delivered them. I've done everything you can do in the RV business. And let me tell you something, guys. I even covered as a finance manager for a while. Best thing you can do is keep your amount financed as low as possible. Okay, say no to all upsells. See, these dealers, especially the corporate dealers, they're so big on making it part of the sales pitch. Oh yeah, make sure you get the extended warranty or the gap insurance and the tire and wheel package, roadside assistance, all this stuff, guys. Most of that stuff you've got through you've got roadside assistance through your insurance. Don't worry about that. And roadside assistance on an RV ain't all it's cracked up to be either. Trust me on that. But what I'm getting at, they make you feel like you have to buy this stuff in their advertising, and then they got everybody brainwashed. The reason they do that is because it's a big hunk of revenue for them. Because all those services, nothing a dealer offers you is done at cost. It's always done at a profit. And in most of these upsells, it's 3 to 4 times profit over dealer cost. That's a huge chunk of money that you're overpaying. So you can get those same services yourself, or most of them, away from the dealership after the sale. You can just pay cash for it. You can get it for a fraction of what the dealer was going to charge you. But even then, most of that stuff's not worth the paper it's written on. You're better off saving your money and just using it toward, repairs that you'd normally turn under warranty. If you have a blowout or need roadside assistance, you'd be surprised. Your options are a lot more broad when you tell whomever you're checking with that, hey, I don't have roadside assistance, I pay you cash, don't need a receipt. You'll get somebody out there a whole lot faster than waiting on a roadside assistance company to do the same thing. A whole lot faster. But guys, and there's all kinds of little tricks I can tell you about all that, but I'll be another video. But guys, and the warranties, not worth the paper they're written on. They're going to spend more time and money trying to not pay a claim than they will pay a claim. And even then, most times it's only partial payment. It's not worth it. We don't sell any upsells here, guys. We keep our sales easy, simple, and done, old school RV dealership. It's easy, simple, and done. It's an $89.5 price, haggle-free firm, plus applicable sales tax. No fees. Besides, there is a $100 highway impact fee and a $40 to $50 tag and title fee for Georgia residents only. If you're not from Georgia, you don't pay it. That's it. We don't charge you for the temp tag or anything. And we do the inspection on it. And of course, guys, everything else is sold as is. So, you know, and guys, this is two things I'm going to highly recommend you do: one, the other, or both. With any used any new or used RV you buy, whether from us or anybody else, let me tell you something, guys. You need to do one of two things or both. The minimum thing you can do is come look at it yourself, inspect it for yourself. Let us know you're coming. We'll have it plugged into shore power, have everything on for you. You can check it out, make a list of what you find that works and doesn't work. We won't fix anything beyond those systems that I mentioned earlier, the slide outs, generator, roof airs, refrigerator, freezer, water system. Everything else is sold as is. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. It's up to you to buy it or not buy it, based on what you find that works and doesn't work. And then fix it or not fix it after you buy it. It's on your dime. However, I do recommend at the very minimum you come inspect it for yourself and check all that. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't have the skill to do that, I highly recommend, and this is crazy because I'm probably the only dealer on the internet that will say this, hire a third-party inspection service, guys. That is such an awesome resource. I've started using them when I buy RVs from individuals out of town or out of the area to make sure what I'm getting into before I buy them. And so far it's worked out. It saved me from buying a couple of dogs. Let me tell you, because people, you know, you can't always trust somebody that's selling. That's a third-party impartial inspection. It's a few $100s, well worth the money. Guys, do one or the other or both. You don't have to do either one of those, but you wouldn't buy a used house without a home inspection. Why should an RV be any different, especially one for $89.5? Better safe than sorry. And yeah, I may have lost a couple of sales over an inspection in the past, but these guys are here a few times a week now, and I think it's great because it's as transparent as I can be as a seller, is to have it professionally inspected by the potential buyer. There's no conflict of interest. You know, you're not using somebody, even though I can recommend a few of them that are in the area, I'm not going to, because that could be considered a conflict of interest. Get online, research them. It's awesome. And that way you know, what you got to, because all RVs you got to work on, new, used, it don't matter. If you think you can buy an RV and use it for years and not turn a wrench or twist a screw or fix something on it somewhere, somehow, you're badly mistaken. RVs are constant maintenance and will need repairs fairly often. That's just the nature of the beast. And if you can't deal with that, then you need to stick with a Honda in a hotel room and leave the RVing for those that do understand that. But guys, take advantage of this. I mean, you've got more resources now available for buying a used RV than ever before in the history of RVs. The inspection services, you can look up price guides, you can compare prices online with other 2017 33C Bounders. There's so many things you can do, guys, and so much information at your fingertips. Take advantage of it. I mean, you'd be crazy not to. The internet is a great thing, and of course it's a two-edged sword too, because this is such a great deal that not only are you going to realize that, but so is everybody else looking at this too, and the chances are they will take advantage of it. And a lot of times just a matter of who leaves the deposit first is who gets it. I can't tell you how many times we have multiple people call wanting to buy the same unit, and it's all a matter of who can get a deposit paid the fastest. So always call before coming to look, make sure it's available. If you're coming long distance, you probably want to leave a deposit on it, because it's definitely worth the money. It's in good shape. If you got any questions about it, give one of my salespeople a call, 706-965-7929. And we do take trade-ins. We have nationwide delivery available. It's $1.50 a mile one way. We don't charge for the return trip, and that's us covering gas, lodging for my driver, and paying my driver for the run. And trust me, guys, we're losing money at that, but $1.50 a mile, not a penny less. So if you know, we do not charge for the return trip. So, you know, if it's a 2,000 mile round trip from a driver, we only charge you for the 1,000 mile trip up there. That's it. So it'd be $1,500 instead of, you know, $3,500 or $3,000. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this beautiful Saturday. Come out and take a look at this. We're open at 5 today. We're closed Sunday, of course, for the Lord's Day and Family Day. But we are open during the week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 Eastern Time. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Smash me a thumbs up. If you don't care, hit that subscribe button. If you don't care, do me a favor. Help support my channel. Free to you, and you never know from one day to the next what I'm going to post. I carry a variety of price ranges. You know, I might do a $4,000 pop-up to a $200,000 diesel coach and anything and everything in between. You don't ever know from one day to the next what we get in and what we show, but I can promise you this. Whatever it is, it's going to be the best buy for what that unit is out there, or one of the best buys out there. So hit that subscribe button. I can save you a ton of money. I can save you thousands on the price. I can save you thousands on financing, because we don't mark the interest rate up. Just about every dealer out there marks a rate up 1 or 2% over what you got approved for. And on something like this, we're talking $90,000 pretty much on a 144, 180 month loan, and they got the interest rate marked up. That's going to cost you thousands of dollars in higher payments over the life of the RV loan. We don't do that here, guys. Whatever the bank approves you for is what you get paid. You go to Rip-Off World, all these other places, you're overpaying by financing, substantially overpaying for financing, and don't even know it. Because again, they get you fixated on that payment amount and not your total amount financed and your total amount paid back. So guys, ignore the payment. Look at how much you're financing. Do your research before you RV shop. Get a rough idea what kind of terms, what year model RVs and how long they finance for. The math never lies. Keep your rate low as possible. Keep your amount financed low as possible. Whatever you pay down in the current market, you will get it back when you sell it or trade it later on, or you get most of it back. So it's not money wasted. Pay as much money down as you can. I'd recommend paying as much as you can afford. Because, like I said, you're staying ahead of the depreciation curve. That's going to allow you to get more for it when you sell it or trade it, because it's less that has to be paid off. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.